Hello, we're going to take a look at solving quadratic equations using the square root property. I apologize in advance, it's a little windy today, so I might end up having to re-record this video, but we're going to muscle through and hope it works out. So let's get started. So occasionally we have quadratic equations that are in the form u squared equals d, and we can't factor these, so how are we going to solve them? Well, let's think about it. Simply, if we have x squared equals 9, what would you think x is? Well, since 3 squared is 9, we think x is 3. But in fact, if x is negative 3, negative 3 squared is negative 3 times negative 3, and so that too is in fact 9. So when we go about solving these, we take the square root of each side, but it's important that we consider the positive and the negative square root, and then that gives us x equals positive or negative 3. And so for some quadratic equations we can solve using this technique. So let's look at an example. Suppose we have 3x squared minus 1 equals 47. So we can see here that we have an x squared and we want to find out what x is. So we're going to use our regular algebra techniques to try to get x by itself. Adding 1 to each side, we get 3x squared equals 48. And dividing both sides by 3, we get x squared equals 16. Now, using what I just described above, we're going to take the square root of both sides, remembering that this side must be plus or minus, and that'll give us x is equal to positive 4 and x is equal to negative 4, and those are the two solutions of our quadratic equation. Let's go ahead and take a look at another example. What if we have x plus 2 squared is equal to negative 7? Well, in this case, again, we want to take the square root of both sides, and when we do that, we get positive or negative. This gives us x plus 2 equals plus or minus the square root of negative 7, and subtracting 2 from each side, we get x is equal to negative 2 plus or minus square root of negative root 7. Now remembering that the square root of negative 1 is equal to I, this gives us negative 2 plus or minus root 7i, and we have a complex number. Let's take a look at one last example. How about 4x minus 1 squared is equal to 16. So again, we start by taking the square root of each side, remembering we have to consider the negative. That gives us 4x minus 1 equals plus or minus 4. Now what do we do here? So we have 4x, we're going to add 1 to each side, equals 1 plus or minus 4. And then we divide by 4, and it's going to give us x is equal to 1 plus or minus 4 divided by 4. And from this we can find our two solutions. We have 1 minus 4 divided by 4, which is going to give us negative 3/4. And we have 1 plus 4 divided by 4, which is going to give us 5/4. And these are the solutions to our quadratic equation that's in this form. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it helped. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments below. Have a great day.